Hey guys, I'm Glitter Valkyrie, and today we are pulling on the Attuned Ivy and Rearmed Hortensia banner. They put some of my most anticipated engaged characters on this banner, and I could not be any more excited to pull today. So we will talk about these characters as we go, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I want to start out by saying that I apologize that my voice sounds like this today. I've unfortunately been a little bit sick, and I know that the smart thing to do would have been to wait a couple of days until I'm feeling better, but I could not wait like one more minute to pull for these characters, so hopefully my voice holds out. But I'm really hoping that we can get every single character on this banner today because I truly want them all. And I think that if I had to pick like one that's at the top of my list, I'd probably say that it's Ivy because she is my favorite female character from Engage, and I have been hoping to see her regular form in Fae. I think they did an amazing job with this form. I think she's going to be incredibly strong, and there's also a ton of value with her as an attuned hero. And I know that a lot of people are pulling for her because she's attuned, but I am pulling for her because she is truly one of my favorites, and so I'm hoping that we can see her today. And I do think that if we get to 40 with nothing, like I really hope that we don't have a repeat of Valentine's Day, but if it does come to that, I feel like we have to take Ivy. But I'm also really hoping that we can see Rosado because he was a character that I was so pleasantly surprised by with his addition. I did think that he would get added eventually, but I really thought that he was going to get the 4-star treatment with like a silver axe. Like, I did not think that they would give him a nice kit, but I am so happy with what they did. I think that he's going to be incredibly strong, and his art is just as adorable as he is, and so I feel like we have to get him too. And then in addition to those two, I also feel like we have to get Kagetsu. He is another one of my favorites, and he is 100% going to be a merge project for me. And at this point, I will be happy with like just one copy. Like if we can get one, we will stop pulling reds, but I really do want to get that project started. And so yes, I'm super happy with him too. And I think my only complaint with this banner is that we don't get to see Zelkov because he is another one of my favorites, but overall I'm very happy with the choices. And then as for the last character on the banner, we have Hortensia, and I am truly pulling for her because of her staff. Like, that was the arcane weapon that I was waiting for all this time because I am a healer main, and this weapon totally delivered. It is so cute. It looks like a Sailor Moon weapon. You're attacking with hearts and sparkles, and it is truly the perfect weapon for me. And so I want to get like at least one copy so that I can give that to my Sarah, but we will just see how it goes. But overall, I was very happy with the choices for the banner, and I'm also very happy with the GHB with Mavir. He is one of my favorites, definitely my favorites of the 4 wins, and I am absolutely going to merge him up and give him all the gifts, and my grails are like already gone. Oh my goodness, that is Minerva. Oh my gosh, that art is so bright. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is plus speed minus defense, sure, I'll take it. And so let's go ahead and pull these colorless, and I think that I've pretty much covered all of the characters on the banner and our wonderful GHB, and so let's go ahead and answer our viewer questions. Oh my gosh, we got her, oh my goodness. I am so happy to see Hortensia. Okay, let's check IVs. Holy smoke, she is plus attack. That is so good. And you know what, I feel like we can pull the colorless in this circle, but maybe after this we'll focus on getting the other characters. But let's go ahead and start answering our viewer questions. And as always, if I don't get to yours, I am sorry. I'll try to do it in a future one. And if you think of a question you want to ask me, just put it in the comments with #question, and I'll be sure to put your question on my list. And also, if I keep missing yours, please let me know because I am not the most organized. And so let's go ahead and answer our first question, and this comes from Damon Crown. And they ask, which character do you like but you know isn't well written versus a character that you dislike but you admit is well written overall? So I feel like there are a couple characters that fall into those categories for me, but as for a character that I love and will admit that is not like the best written, I'd probably say that's Birthright Xander. Just generally, he makes really poor choices. I feel like he's really short-sighted and is just very poorly written overall in that game. So I would definitely say him, but I also feel like Corrin probably falls into that category. Oh my gosh, we got him. Oh my goodness. My gosh, I love his art so, so much. Okay, let's check IVs. And he is minus speed, but I don't care. I'm just so happy that he has come home. And I feel like from now on, we should probably try and stick to blues and greens because I really, really want to get everybody. But getting back to this very lucky question from Damon Crown, I was saying that Birthright Xander falls into that category, but also Corrin to a lesser extent. I feel like she's probably not very well written, but I love her anyway, so I would also say her. And then as for the flip side of that, a character that I dislike but will admit is well written, I feel like Arvis kind of falls into that category because I feel like he is a character with a very interesting backstory. He's very nuanced and well written, but in spite of all that, I cannot stand him. And so yes, I think that he would be my answer. But thank you so much for that super lucky question. Okay, please be Ivy. Okay, Smoke. That is not Ivy. Okay, so let's go ahead and back out and we can go ahead and answer our next question. And this comes from Cosmic Starlight EX. And they ask, why skip the Desert banner and Emblem Marth banner? And also, will you consider making more Star Rail pull videos? And also, what are you excited for next in Genshin? Okay, so to start off with your question about the banners that I skipped. I skipped the Desert banner because, truthfully, I did not like it. The only character that I really liked was a backpack. Like, I love Louise, but she was the backpack, so I didn't really want to pull. So I did skip that. And then as for the Emblem Marth banner, I actually did pull on that banner. I just didn't do too many pulls because I really just wanted Lumera and like one copy of Marth, and I was able to get them pretty quickly. And the timing for the banner was not really good for making a video, so I did not pursue that. And I also had a lot of mixed feelings about the way that banner was handled. I love Lumera as a character, but I also feel like her art was super, super similar to her other one. So I had kind of mixed feelings about that. And as for Marth, like, I wanted him because he's like a new emblem, but he's probably one of my least favorite of all the emblem characters. So I'm hoping in the future there are some emblems that I actually like. So yes, that's why I skipped that banner for a video. And then as for your next question about Star Rail videos, I'm really not sure at this point. I still play that game an absolute ton. But my only reservation with it is that I don't know how much of my audience actually plays Star Rail. So if that is something that you want to see, be sure to let me know. And I know that Sparkle is coming up and I may pull for her. So if the timing works out, maybe I could do a video for that. And then as for your last question about Genshin, there are a couple characters that I am excited for. I'm really interested to see how Kiori plays. I feel like there's a ton of utility with her kit, and so I think that if she's a character that I enjoy playing, I might pull for her. But in addition to her, I'm really interested to see what Clorand is all about, and I would love to pull for Siegeween as well. But thank you for all of those great questions. Okay, so let's back out, and we have a couple polls left, so hopefully we can see Ivy or Rosado soon, and hopefully my voice holds out. I feel like I'm losing it. But let's go ahead and answer another question, and this comes from Deanna. And they ask, if you had to choose between Claude or Marianne to be best friends with, who would it be and why? And who is your favorite between Sylvain and Felix? So to start with your first question about who I would choose as a best friend, well, I do love both of those characters. I feel like with Claude, he's scheming too much, and I'm a pretty chill person, and I feel like in real life it would just be too much for me to be a best friend. So I think that I would go with Marianne, partly because she's not scheming, but also because I feel like our personalities are very, very similar and we would get along very well. So yes, well, I love both the characters. I would choose her. And then as for your second question about Sylvain versus Felix, I think that I would have to go with Felix, partly because I did marry him in a playthrough, but also because I think he's just a very interesting character. I loved a ton of his supports. I think that he was really fun to use as a unit, and overall, I just like him a little bit better, so he would be my answer. But thank you for that great question. And let's go ahead and see if we can sneak in at least one more question. And this comes from Winter Symphony. And they ask, what are your thoughts on Hector's brother, Uther? So I actually really enjoyed Uther as a character. I know that he wasn't in FE7 all that long, but I think that he was very interesting, and I think that it would be really neat if they added him into Fae in some way. I know that he's sort of in there kind of because they gave his outfit to Brave Hector, but I would love to see some sort of like sibling banner where they would have him and Hector, and I feel like it would just be really interesting to see more of him. So yes, I think that that would be, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, we got her. Oh my gosh, I am so happy to see Ivy. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is plus defense minus res. I am just so beyond happy that she has come home. That's absolutely amazing. And so getting back to this very lucky question from Winter Symphony, I was saying that I did enjoy Uther as a character. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh, we got him. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry if that was loud. I'm just so excited. Okay, let's check IVs. And he is plus attack. Oh my goodness. That is so good. And I feel like we can just finish up the rest of the circle. This is clearly a very lucky circle, and thank you so much, Winter Symphony, for that super lucky question. And we get a Virion. Okay, so let's see if we can get a merge for our Kagetsu. Okay, Smoke. Close, but that is not him. Okay, let's go ahead and do our last pull. Okay, Smoke. Oh my goodness, oh my gosh. I am so happy that we pulled this red. And we hit 40, but we have to check IVs. And he is plus res. That is going to be a merge. That's an excellent start for a project. And now we can go ahead and do our spark. And I feel like the best choice for me is to take another copy of Ivy because I would love to merge her up one day. Yay! Oh my gosh, I am so excited that we got her to +1. And we get the thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end things here. I could not be any happier with how this went. I got everybody on my wish list, and I hope that you guys are just as lucky. I also want to say a big thank you to everybody submitting questions. You guys keep this channel going, so thank you so much. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.